In our area, a lot of the weaving techniques have been lost, but there are stories of beautiful items that were made with different grasses, and there are people who are relearning these techniques, but it's hard to find these items that are made out of grass. So this was made out of grass. Unfortunately, it looks like it's a liquor bottle that was covered over. But there are different flowers that are collected to add to these different colors. The grass would be soaked in these things. They often would boil these plants, and then it would take the colors out, and then they would soak these grasses in those waters and then take them out. And this one has various techniques to help weave this. But it's a wrapping technique, so there's a layer there, and they would wrap the colored pieces around, and they would add to underneath and over to connect the two pieces. This took a lot of work. It probably was multiple seasons because there's multiple colors here, and that it probably was grass that was used over a number of seasons to create this design. This would have been highly valued. Chevrons like this were also spiritual signs. There were different things about movement and things that would be shared with stories. When you see these different things, it tells you it's about water. There's liquid here because that's a flowing, and you can see the movement with the chevron there. There's different geometric patterns on the bottom with almost diamond shapes that go across, and so that may have been a specific family marking. And then on the top, they also vary their patterns, so it's a layering of the triangles that go offset of each other, and so that's also a different technique of sharing of this pattern. So it could have been different families that contributed to the making of this item. It's been made over an object, and so it was made specifically for this item. There are different ways to make items like this, and they have been made into baskets and other things. Nowadays, they're even making little small ones for earrings and things like that. In our area, these grasses would be more further south. It's not as much available in Barrow. But there are areas where they grow, and they would go specifically during those growing times to collect these and then carry them with them and prepare them. There's a drying process that has to happen, and then another process to add the colors. To be able to put these designs, this person could see things in 3 dimensions. Not all of our people can see that, but to be able to work through these layers and progressively add these designs, this person had the ability to see things not everybody can see. And so that's a very interesting part about how this was made. And I can see that they worked really hard on this. They cared about their work. Whoever got this was somebody they valued, because to make this item was took a lot of time and multiple seasons to be able to share the various layers of colorings and whatnot. This person was highly valued, whoever utilized this item. It also has a different weaving pattern on the bottom and a different type of material. There's a grass that has wider blades like this than what is being used up here. And this is very common weaving pattern that was used to make placemats, separations in the sod house for curtains and that kind of thing. But you could even make baskets and different things to help hold. This tighter weave up here would have been used for making items where you would be collecting herbs and those kinds of things, because it would help to hold it in, whereas the weaving pattern on the bottom, you would have bigger items, so you would have the leaves versus the powder, that kind of stuff, to hold what's in here.